Hello, 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 party people. It's your boy Joseph Naw. I'm here with my co-host JP Afonso. We are recording episode 2 of the J Pod. And ladies and gentlemen, I have a special guest for you today, an honorary member of our group chat, a man whose liver is stronger than Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime. He is the betting analyst of our group chat. He wants us to call him our manager. However, I'll digress and I will call him my son, Cristian Ruiz.
Oh my God, yo.
Hello, 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 party people. It is your boy Joseph Naw. I am back with JP Afonso, my co-host. We are back with episode 2 of the J Pod. And today, ladies and gentlemen, I have a very special guest. He is an honorary member of our group chat. I've known this guy since high school. Just like I mentioned that I've known JP since I was kids. We grew up on the same block. I have Cristian Ruiz. Cristian, go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yo, what's up? So, Jets, Mets, Knicks, not the best, but I made up for it because I got Joey in my life. Yeah.
Come on, man. So look, Bris is part of our SBL group chat. You know, we're the founding fathers of the group. We'd like to call Cristian. Maybe we might give him the title of the manager of the J Pod.
I'm gonna keep my title of my son. That's we're gonna.
That's your son. All right. You see that he's got a little background. You know, he's trying to act all funny and stuff, but you know, he's our boy. Like you said, Jets fan, Knicks fan. What else? Mets. Look,
Yes,
we'll
sir.
go into a little bit of details about these.
Big UFC guy, big UFC guy. Used to be a big basketball guy. Now he hates it.
True,
Fuck
and
that sport,
also,
man.
worth mentioning. He's our bets guy. So hashtag Christian Bets. We'll put up on the screen.
Yeah.
Hashtag Christian Bets. Hashtag BOTR. You know, he's the man. So
Yeah.
he'll give you all his picks going forward. You know, we're gonna have a segment for him called the hashtag Christian Bets, and he'll take it from there. All
I
right.
appreciate that, Captain America.
Yeah, you see, yo, my Marvel collection is getting fire. You see these? Yo, oh, shit, I'm nice. I look, Joey, run down the list. I mean, let's give the people a little bit of what we're gonna discuss in the first segment, the first block, and then we'll take it from there.
For sure. So last episode we kind of went through our Super Bowl, last minute takes. We're gonna kind of touch on that again since Cristian wasn't here for it. We talked a little bit in our group chat about it, but we obviously didn't take it here because this is Cristian's first time. We're going to go ahead and talk about our top 10 quarterbacks going into next year. You guys are going to absolutely love my list. We are going to transition into New York sports, talking about the, our expectations for the Giants, the Jets, what Cristian would want as a fan, what you would want as a fan for your Giants, what I've been observing. Probably touch on some MVP odds a little bit.
Yes, sir.
And then maybe go through a little quick NBA recap. Some things happened this week. The Lakers look really good. I think after last episode, I may change my finals prediction.
Come on, you can't do that. Come on, son. Take integrity. We gotta take integrity.
Wait, you don't got the
in
Knicks?
Show.
Look,
no. Listen, as much as I wanted to, no. But listen, we gotta take integrity, Joey.
I told you the official prediction what happened after the All-Star break. So give me a couple days, but I'm already formulating something.
All right. What else we got?
We're gonna do a little, like I said, NBA recap, a little Champions League recap. I think that most of our picks were pretty spot on. Some of our picks got absolutely fucked.
Yes.
PSG.
Yes. Hashtag PSG.
And then our final topic. I think it's gonna be a little bit of a surprise. I don't think I should talk about it right now.
Yes, we'll leave that for
sponsored by our boy Greg. I'm not gonna call him by his nickname yet. We're gonna save that. But let's get after it. So any last minute thoughts about the Super Bowl? What are we thinking? Cristian, I know you watched our last episode. You have any thoughts on Patrick Mahomes? You think he's going to pass Brady? What do you think about Mahomes? What do you think about Hurts? What do you going forward?
So my main takeaway from the Super Bowl is that Jalen Hurts is going to get paid. That's really it.
Oh, yeah.
He's getting over 40 mil.
You think
he's breaking a record?
Over 40? You think so? Look,
he's over 40, 100%.
Just to spike the conversation, right? Play devil's advocate. You saw what Philly did with Wentz. They paid him too early. They regretted it, got rid of him. You don't think they go into this way more cautious when Jalen Hurts is a running quarterback? He might get injured. You don't think for a second they're gonna think about before paying him like that?
He might get injured. He already did this year. He got injured.
No,
exactly my point.
So my thing is, I actually thought about that too. Like they paid him right after his MVP year with a blown ACL, but like you could just tell outsider looking in, Carson Wentz and Jalen Hurts are two completely different people. Like
100%.
one is an actual leader who actually cares. Whereas the other one literally breaks down when he gets criticized.
Yeah.
Like literally every spot he's been at, he's been coddled. Whereas
Right.
Hurts
Right.
has literally been replaced, walked
Yeah.
on, dominated, getting drafted. He was what the second? He was towards the end of the second round.
Yeah.
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 Everyone wrote him off literally the moment he was drafted. Like, why did Eagles pick him?
100%. 100%.
They were calling him a wildcat quarterback and all that, and now
Which
look
is
at him.
which is unbelievably bullshit. But no,
Yeah,
actually, I do agree with you. I was watching Get Up or First Take this morning, and they said that in regards to Jalen Hurts getting paid, he's in the same position that Carson Wentz was when he got paid. But like you said, this is two totally different
Yeah.
players. I loved Carson Wentz's physical talents. Dude could sling the ball, but he was just hit
But look, hindsight is
detrimental.
2020, guys. So look, back when they paid Wentz, he was coming off of arguably a MVP season, right? They won
Yeah,
a
yeah,
Super
yeah.
Bowl. So, I mean, we didn't know what we know today. I mean, can
Exactly.
you argue that next year, come, let's say February, we're gonna be looking at Hurts and be like, look, they got 13 free agents. They lost their OC and their DC.
Yeah.
I mean, if they have a poor season, honestly, I don't know. I mean, the Giants, I don't think the Cowboys will run the division. I think the Giants might be right there. Philly may be number one, but if they don't have a really good season, I mean, people are going to start asking questions. Again, I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it, but I'm not sure it's a guarantee, right?
Yep.
I mean,
So
if Baltimore isn't giving Lamar an
that's where I was going.
MVP,
That's where I was going.
all
Yeah.
this money, hey man, look,
I
I
will.
don't know.
it's two different things though. You
Yeah,
Yeah,
gotta look at it that.
I will say Jalen has been healthier than Lamar, for his career and so far to this point.
but he also
Like this,
doesn't have an MVP though.
Yeah,
I
no,
know,
not yet.
but like disregard that whole aspect. Like prior to the season, where did you see the Eagles finishing at? Everyone thought the Cowboys were gonna literally win
True,
the division.
true.
Like,
Which is
you know what I mean?
ridiculous.
Yeah,
Like everyone thought Eagles at most were like what, a wild card?
Yeah.
yeah. But do we think
So
Philly will keep the same level of play next year? Again, 13 free agents, no OC. I mean, different OC, different DC. Do we expect them to be back? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
So I think on offense they'll be pretty much the same. A lot of their free agents are on defense. I think Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, Hassan Reddick. I thought their defense was bullshit to begin with. But
Yeah,
I think that offense is legit. Any offense with Jalen Hurts who could run the ball, and he's a solid thrower. He doesn't have the strongest arm, but besides that, he's accurate. He makes good decisions. And then you got AJ Brown, Devontae Smith. Dallas Goddard. They're gonna be good on offense. Defense, they're gonna be dog shit. But like you said, they lost their OC. I don't know how they replace that. I don't know if Sirianni has something in mind.
yeah.
I don't know.
I think that's a big deal. You
was
lose both?
Sirianni calling plays?
No,
I
I
don't
think
think
I
so.
think
I
the
don't think
offensive
so.
coordinator was Steichen.
Second, and
Mm,
again, these guys got they got the jobs now. So I don't know. I think it's a big deal. You lose both on both sides of the ball. I don't know. Sometimes you
Yeah.
lose one and things get a little messy. You need a year under the. I don't
Yep.
know. I think is he gonna have surgery on the shoulder this offseason?
I don't think they said he needed it. I think it was just an AC joint sprain. I think he just needed to heal up.
Yes, you love. I
But I
mean,
could I
Joey
could be
knows a
wrong.
lot
I could be.
about ACLs and stuff, right, Christian? So I think he can help break
man,
that down a little bit.
at this at this point, man, him standing's a risk, honestly.
Facts,
Like
facts.
like we call him fucking glass. What was it, glass joint Noah?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, Joey
but to
has
take it
had
off,
yeah.
but to take it off Joey, we got to talk about the worst thing that could probably happen to the Eagles. I mean, different regimes, but remember when they tried to make that quote unquote dream team where they got all those free agents and it just blew up in their face?
Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
their biggest thing would probably be getting to free agent happy and just signing like a bunch of
They
like
have
one
cap,
year, 2 year contract. That's the
and
thing
yeah,
though. It's like
no,
you got homegrown players like you
sure,
need to
sure.
pay Hurts, you got to pay Devontae in like a year or two. You just paid
Yeah,
AJ. That O
yeah,
line's only getting older.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Like
That's the
and
thing.
that
Yeah,
secondary, for what it's worth, it's top heavy. Like
Yeah.
it's like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
uh,
That's
So
the thing. I
real
mean, 13 free agents. Yeah, go
yeah.
ahead, Joey.
So
Go ahead.
so real quick. I mean, I think that all of our answers are going to be the same on here. But who has a chance of being back? Who has more of a chance of being back there next year? Eagles or Kansas City?
I mean, I think it's a no-brainer, right?
All right.
KC.
I think so
I
too.
want I want to say that, but
The
the
NFC's
Chiefs
kind of
are
check.
about to lose. The Chiefs are about to lose their OC. You don't know how impactful he was.
Listen, but I'll
Like
tell
you
you
don't.
one thing. Just again, I go back to quarterback is like the most important thing. I
Yep.
think when the start of the next season, Mahomes will be the 10th highest paid quarterback in the league.
Mm-hmm.
The 10th. I mean, think
Yeah.
about that, right? So that means what you can spread out the money around, pay other
Yeah.
guys. I mean, they have I think 11 picks this draft. I mean, a lot of them are later rounds, but 11 picks, that's a lot.
Still, they make the most out of nothing, though.
And they make the most out
Yeah.
of it. And, the biggest thing, Andy Reid is not retiring, it looks like, so he'll be around. They'll be back. I mean, again, they might not make it to the Super Bowl, but they'll be in the championship game
No,
for
yeah,
sure.
I'm 100% with you. I mean, I definitely think KC is a no-brainer to go back. They have more of a chance than the Eagles. However, on one hand, you have the Chiefs, who are the powerhouse of the NFL, but Eagles, the NFC's weak, man. The NFC's weak.
Yeah,
The only person they're gonna have to deal with is the Niners.
the Niners.
Yeah,
Eh,
and who knows about the quarterback situation?
You think Green
But the
Bay,
thing
if
is,
Aaron Rodgers is back? No?
Nah,
nah,
definitely not. Definitely
that
not.
defense alone, no.
Yeah, I mean, so that's just the Niners.
Well, shit. Hold on. I guess that's a good segue right there. We good. We good on the last minute Super Bowl takes.
Yep.
All
We
right.
Yeah, the
are.
Well,
Chiefs won.
yep. You mentioned quarterbacks. So you told us yesterday. Let's get a top 10 quarterback list ready. I got one ready. You got one ready?
I got one ready.
Yeah. So Christian, you got one?
No,
Well,
I'm freestyle this.
Freestyle it?
well, shit.
Bet.
I'm ready. I'm ready. You
So
guys.
I think the way we should do it is, if you guys agree, we go from 10th to 1st, and we each go around the room. Let's say Joey goes his 10th pick, I go, then Christian goes, and then we go to 9th, 8th, 7th, and so forth.
I think we should just do it in order and just
In order? So you give me your
mine.
whole list first?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
And then we'll talk about it.
Yeah, okay. Sounds good.
You want me to start?
Yeah, you can start. I can
All right.
clip this out.
So first and foremost, up front, full transparency, I did 11. Just because I have a 1A, 1B, so you
This
could kind of
guy cannot give him directions. I mean,
listen.
We already know who the 1A and 1B is.
You already know who it is.
Yeah.
yeah, Purdy and Trey Lance.
You sure?
I think I do.
All right, ready. So at 11, we have
can I
Jared.
just say something real quick before I go? Sorry.
Yeah.
Quarterbacks not signed to a team, aka Baker Mayfield, not allowed.
I thought he signed to the Rams.
Is he? I don't
Nah,
think he's on the
a free
contract.
agent.
Oh, he's a
Maybe.
free agent. He's not on my list.
Yeah.
All right, good.
All right, he's not on my list. So at 11, I have Jared Goff after this year.
Okay.
At 10, I have Aaron Rodgers. At 9, I have Kirk Cousins. At 8, I have Lamar Jackson. He's dependent on health. He could easily be in the top 5. 7, I think this is where it gets a little interesting. 7, I think that we would be hard-pressed to not put Trevor Lawrence. Although I do have Herbert ahead of him.
Yep.
5th, I'm not going to be a prisoner of the moment. I'm not going to put him 2nd. 5th, I have Jalen Hurts because I still think that my 4th and 3rd, which are Josh Allen and Joe Burrow, are still a little bit more talented than him. 2nd, it's not even a question. Patrick Mahomes. And then number 1A and 1B, we've seen it for about 5 years now. Anybody you put in front of Kyle Shanahan is a good QB. We have Purdy and Lance, who are as talented as they come. Whoever he's got going next year is going to be the best quarterback in the league.
That's crazy.
As long as they're healthy. It's been 5 years in running. We had Jimmy G looking like a fucking stud, and that man is a statue. That man is as athletic as Christian. Purdy and Lance.
But his knees but y'all got the same knees though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
And just like Jimmy, I'm still more athletic than Christian. But anyway, so that's my list.
Oof.
That's my list. Don't
That's
make me
on the
get
streets like Jimmy, though.
don't make me get AJ in here.
Oh my God.
AJ.
The real AJ, not AJ Brown, the real AJ from Glenwood. That's the real AJ.
Yeah.
All right, so that's my top 10. You could disregard 1A and 1B. In my heart, that's my 1A, 1B.
So run it back one more time from 10 to 1st, so we can.
All right, so
or 11th in that case, right?
Yeah. Goff, Rodgers, Cousins, Lamar Jackson, Trevor Lawrence, Herbert, Hurts, Josh Allen, Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, Purdy and Lance.
Okay. All right, Bris, you wanna take it from? Do you have any criticism? I mean, honestly, I know you got a little bit of humor in there, right? On the 1A, 1B, whatever you want to call it, but honestly, I mean, it's a strong list. I think Goff might be a surprise to a lot of people. No,
I just got a question though.
Yeah, go ahead.
Both of you. I don't know what your list is. Well, I'll just leave it to Joey then. So say Watson played a full year. Where is he on that list?
I'm not.
That's on the money.
So
he's onto something. Yeah.
You could say he played a full year, but he hasn't played football for a full year in what, 3 years?
But what was he before then?
Before then, he was top 5, but he looked like dog shit last year. He didn't play the year before. I'm not. If we're going into next season, I can't have him on a top 10 list. I'm sorry.
I mean, this is a little bit of a predictive list too, right? I mean, you're trying
Exactly.
to, so I think it's worth mentioning. And I actually have him on my list. I mean, maybe
I'm
like it's
basing,
a,
yeah,
yeah,
I'm basing it off what happened this year and what is going into next year. I took injury into account. For example, I don't like Kyler Murray, but I didn't put Kyler Murray on there. He was kind of playing like dog shit anyway. Although if he played a full season healthy, he'd probably play a better season than Goff, probably Rodgers, and probably Kirk Cousins.
Did
And
you
I
have
guess I'd
Stafford
probably,
though?
huh?
no
Did you have
Stafford.
Stafford though?
Nope.
No,
Surprise as
No.
well, I think. Yep. Yep.
no.
Um,
Stafford wasn't Stafford leading the league in interceptions, and he led them last year in the Super Bowl year.
injury? Injury?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, I didn't. I'm if you got injured early in the season and you were playing like dog shit beforehand, I'm not gonna have you top 10 going into next season. I
That
just
just
feel like
brings up. I feel like that just brings another conversation.
Yeah, but I think, I mean, yes, you can project injuries into it. And so, I don't, I mean, I think it's a good segue into my list because I have a
yeah,
few of the arguments that the Briss mentioned. So I'm actually going out on a limb here. It's a
good.
little bit of
Yeah,
a projection.
yeah,
My
yeah.
number 10 pick is Justin Fields. Let me tell you why. I think the Bears are going to be actually, they're in a great position now with the pick they have. I think they're gonna, they're gonna reshape their offense. I think they're onto something here, and I like the way Justin Field played towards the end of the season. I mean, he broke a few records you saw. I mean, and I think he'll get better in the offseason. I'm thinking, I'm trying to see he's gonna get better this offseason, just like Josh Allen got better, like what 3 years
Mm-hmm.
ago. Well, you saw that clear change on the arm in the throw. I don't know, and I think the Bears will be a lot more competitive. That division is kind of like open in a way. You got Minnesota. I mean, who knows if they're gonna run it back? You got who the hell knows what's going on with Rodgers and Green Bay. I mean, you got Detroit. Detroit is always Detroit. I don't know if I'm gonna put any stock into them. So I don't know. I'm projecting a little bit. I think Justin Fields number 10, and I think maybe surprised. All right. 9, Watson. Like Christian said, I think the guy did not forget how to play ball. I mean, he went through a huge, personal problem. We all know the story. And he came back, what, week 14, I want to say, right? 13, 14.
Yeah.
He's not going to be the same guy. Whatever. But I think he goes back more or less to the level that he was with the Texans. And I told you last time, Joey, I think they're a little bit of a sleeper, the Browns. So I think I like
Yeah.
Watson 9. I go Rodgers 8, regardless of where he ends up, just on talent alone. I think he's worth being in any top 10 list. I go Lamar 7. I don't know, not much to debate there. Wherever he ends up, Lamar 7. Herbert 6 for me. Sunshine number 5. I got Allen 4th, Hurts 3rd, Burrow 2nd, Mahomes 1st. So I think the top 5 is kind of, you can argue the order, but I think we're probably all on the same page, So
Yeah, I would say our 2 through 8 are pretty similar, just tossed up.
yeah, in a way,
Yeah.
correct. Yeah, I think again it's hard to argue with those 8. I think again
Yeah.
8, 9, 10 is where you.
Yeah, I don't hate your list at all. I definitely am gonna push back on Justin Fields a little bit.
I figured.
Uh where do I want to start? So in the group chat we have Peter, not in our group chat, but he's a Ravens fan, and to troll him, we'll call Lamar Jackson a running back. A lot
Sure.
of Justin Fields records and stuff were rushing,
Sure.
look, I told you last episode, I enjoy watching Ohio State. I want him to break the curse, or Stroud. I want someone to break the Ohio State curse, come in the NFL and become a fucking Pro Bowl caliber player. Um, I think that he's too much of a runner. He's got the arm talent for sure. Maybe it's
True.
that he doesn't have weapons. To put him in top 10 right now, I don't think is fair. But I do think that he has a chance to be top 10 after next year if they go out and get him a DeAndre Hopkins, or they get him
That's
one
what
of
I'm
these
thinking.
stud receivers.
Exactly
You
where
know?
I'm going. I think that's what's going to happen.
So
Again, I
yeah,
think,
then
yeah, it's a little bit out on a limb, but I understand. And even if we were going to go 11th, if I had my 11th pick like you did, I'm thinking Bryce Young, man, right off the bat.
yeah,
Right off the bat. Wherever he ends
I don't
up.
know.
Texans, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. You got
I don't
some
know,
hot
man.
takes, hashtag hot takes,
hot takes, hot takes.
Yeah.
Nah, Justin Fields scares me though. I mean,
In
you
a bad
made
way?
yeah, like you made the comment about Hurts, but it's like they don't got the same coaching. Hurts just
True.
went to the Super Bowl with that coaching staff. The
True.
GM of the Bears was literally he was actively trying to like tank. Like they went to the season with a young quarterback, and who was his receivers?
No one.
They traded a second round pick for the next Juju.
True. True. True.
Yeah,
I
Like
mean,
what
yeah,
you're gonna get DeAndre Hopkins? Cool. DeAndre Hopkins he's in his 30s. Just
yeah,
got
mhm.
busted for suspension. How
yeah.
many years has he got? Not to mention, if he's not getting the ball, is he gonna be happy? You know what
Hey,
I mean?
listen, again, out on a limb,
And,
it's
and
projection,
again,
but
and just one more thing. Like again, they traded for Claypool. They gave up a second round pick. How
Yeah.
many more picks are you gonna trade before they start building?
Hmm.
he
So
did show
what's
some good signs though towards the end of the year. I don't know if you
100%,
guys agree.
100%.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
Yeah,
so
but they also got
I'm
the they
yeah.
also got the number one pick. And if the QB y'all saying is as good as he is, why would y'all not just pull a Cardinals and take him? And
So
you know
you
what I
think
mean?
they trade that? You think they take a quarterback and trade him away? What would you do?
I mean, we've seen it before.
But like,
Not
what would you do?
what would I do?
Yeah,
I mean, I'd probably take the quarterback. Honestly,
Bryce Young,
you just got the first overall pick with Justin Fields.
I guess. Yeah, I mean, I'm not mad at it. You draft Bryce Young. You trade what? What would he command in the open market? Justin Fields, what, a second round,
Justin.
two second rounds,
I think there'd be teams out there willing to give you a late first for
late
sure.
first?
Talent alone.
I don't
Yeah.
know if you draft the quarterback, there goes your leverage. So I'm looking at like a Baker deal at that point.
Ah, I see your point. Yeah, that's a good point.
You know what I
You gotta
mean?
think. Yeah. No,
And I mean, Dow Justin Fields gonna be like, "Hey, line me up at running back." Like, why would anyone do that?
No,
You
yeah.
know? So it all comes down to leverage.
it's a
Yeah.
good point. Yeah. It's interesting. I mean, Chicago, they're sitting pretty right now. I mean, they have a lot of options. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I definitely think that they get rid of the first pick and they keep Fields and he becomes a stud next year.
I mean, I'd run it back with Fields if like you get like a team like the Colts, who you know
yeah,
aren't gonna be good for at least a
yeah,
season or two.
Yeah.
yeah,
You just rip them off entirely. But
yeah.
like again, you have the number one pick first. I think they said it was like the first time the Bears had it since like the
Ever.
1940s or
I
something,
think it's.
right?
I want to say ever.
Ever?
I want to say ever, but Joe, I mean, we can look this up later. But I want to say ever. If not ever, it's like the second time. Like hasn't happened in a long, long time.
No.
They're a bit dysfunctional too as a team, ownership and everything. But I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
man. I
well,
just don't trust the GM right now.
true.
The
No,
moves he did, I just don't trust it.
it's a
So
good point.
so let's go ahead. Let's
Let's go
kind of
ahead
keep it
and hear
moving. Yeah.
Christian's list before
We go to a
we hear
break.
his list. Let's go on a quick break
Yeah,
because
so
Oh wait, hold on.
hold
No. We're gonna go to a break first.
We're gonna.
All right, we're back from that break. We're gonna continue the conversation of top 10 quarterbacks. Christian, go ahead. What are you thinking?
I don't got a top 10. I just got a top two. Aaron
Come,
Rodgers and Derek Carr.
come on. You know why,
So,
right? The
Why do you say
Jets fan.
yeah, why do you say that? Why do you say that?
Explain it to the audience.
because gangrene, Jets Nation,
Come
we're
on,
not gonna
that's
get either one.
crazy. You don't think so? No chance?
Nah, I doubt it. Nah, but seriously,
No,
I got a
don't.
top three.
All right, yeah, we'll go into that in a minute because I want some feedback from you. But go ahead. Give me a top five. Give me a top five.
Give me a top five at least, yeah.
Top five. Number one, Mahomes. Then there's like a little drop off. Two, I'm gonna go Burrow.
Huh?
Three, I'm gonna go Allen.
All right.
And four and five is just such a toss up. Like we could say Hurts because like of what he did this year.
Mm,
Yep.
Then we could throw a guy in there like Justin Herbert, even though my reason for having him low is the same as Josh Allen. Like they can't get over that hump.
right.
Yeah.
So it's like I pretty much just have like a top three, and then you pretty much put whoever you want at four and five.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Now
So
let me just give you a little pushback, Joey, real quick. I mean, I
yeah.
think I was gonna do that to you as well. Josh Allen, right?
Mm,
I feel like inherently we are all thinking he is the guy, and we're gonna go into MVP odds in a bit, right?
yeah.
But I mean, again, as of now, without making any moves, they're essentially over the cap, right? And they got Stephon Diggs doubling his cap number,
Right.
Von Miller. I mean, they're in bad shape, honestly. And that division, you got, I don't know, you got the Jets coming up, you got the Patriots, they're gonna be better, I think. You got Miami. If Miami
Mm.
lands a quarterback, even with Tua, I mean, again, are we sure that Allen is that guy? I mean, he's talented, but are they going to win something? I mean, what's the deal here?
So that's strictly what I'm going off of his talent alone. We see he's got the arm. We see he's got the accuracy. We see he could run. We see he could run over you. He's big. He's strong. He's he plays the sport. I love how he plays the sport. But I think his issue, and I would say he's very Brett Favre like, where he just is a gunslinger. He needs to stop turning the fucking ball over. I can tell you right now, I think what if you just thinking back of football, think of primetime games, think of the playoff game. at least 4 or 5 of his either fumbles or interceptions changed the game. He lost him the game. You clean that up, man. I mean, I still think he's that guy. Talent-wise, that's why I have him.
Can you clean that up? Can you? I mean, why are we not putting Hurts over him when Hurts made the Super Bowl? And I mean, in terms of success and winning, he's won as much, if not more, right? I mean, what's the criteria here? I feel like everybody just inherently likes him, and he's the guy, and he's cool and all that, and we put him top 3 or whatever. But
I want to see consistency. This was Hurts' first year. Allen has consistently got better. He played like dog shit in his first year.
Got better? For sure.
Well, he had a drop off.
This year without Dayball, he's a different guy.
The decision making, yeah. And that could be something that, next year, if Hurts does the same, if Hurts does the same thing without his OC and Hurts and Allen does the same thing as this year, it's no question. You have Hurts number 3, number 2.
I got a question for both of you though.
Yeah.
Bills defense, where do you rank that?
Garbage.
Exactly. Right. Yeah.
With Von Miller healthy,
middle
and Tre'Davious, with Tre'Davious White and Von Miller, I think they're middle of the pack for sure.
What about last year?
Trash.
Yeah.
So I see where you're going. So essentially, it's like not his fault that they,
No. You see. What about the division he plays in?
Garbage.
No, come on. It's not bad.
The division? The Dolphins just got good. The Jets just got good. The Patriots.
Are we talking about last year or over?
Oh yeah, what are we talking about?
Period. Yeah,
we're talking about the last 2 years. As in, you basically need to win your division to even make it to the playoffs.
Yeah.
So think about it. How many division games? How many division games do you get? Like what, 8? Or something like that? 9.
They're 2 each, right? So
yeah.
Literally, that's let's say they win a majority. Let's say give them 7 wins. Cool. Didn't they sweep? The Jets, for some reason, always play. They always play good. They always play bad against the Jets. Like we usually split.
Yeah, they always play the Bills tough.
Yeah.
I don't really follow the Bills in regards.
I think they
to,
go 500.
Like that.
I mean, that division they go 500 next year. I mean, I think they would. I mean, are they sweeping the Patriots? I don't think so.
Are they
yeah.
Not if you give Big Daddy Max and DeAndre Hopkins.
Like after next year, if the Bills don't make it to the Super Bowl, we have to seriously look at them the way we looked at the Clippers in the early 2010s.
Sure. I think it's a perfect comp. Perfect comp. Yep, perfect comp.
Like seriously, like
Coach gotta go.
Josh Allen is looking like prime CP3. Great player, all-star. When you make it to the playoffs, completely different guy. Like,
I agree. And I mean,
last year they complained about the OT rules. Y'all knew about the rule going into it. Like, y'all only making it a big deal because it didn't benefit you in that one moment. But the roles are reversed. It is what it is, right?
So that's the reason why I'm not saying I'm not selling my stock on Josh Allen and the Bills, because last year they were so close. I think that potential's still there. I think the Bengals just came in mad. I mean, I don't think yes, you're correct. If they fucking shit the bed next year, we have to have a conversation. We have to sit down. We have to talk. We have to look at the coach. We have to look at Josh Allen. But
the Bills had a head start on the Bengals rebuild.
Yeah,
and the Bengals made Super Bowl before them.
Yeah, well, Burrow's a smarter quarterback. Burrow's a smarter
quarterback. And they beat the team that beat them. They beat the team that beat the Bills.
Yes. And I mean, if you notice my list, I put Mahomes, Burrow, Hurts 3, and Allen 4. Also because I think Philly will be better than the Bills next year, this upcoming season. I don't see how are the Bills holding up with this roster with no cap. I mean, what are they gonna do?
Yeah,
and I mean, Miami will be better. Patriots will be better. The Jets will be better. If the Jets get a quarterback, if they get a Rodgers, if they get even Carr, I mean, you don't think they split? At least split? So I don't know.
Again, with Zach Wilson.
And I don't think, I mean, Sunshine too far. Again, I don't know. I think it's a huge year for him. He's on the hot seat, man. He's on the hot seat. That coach is on the hot seat. The Bills there, I think they're on the hot seat because the division is getting better. But
I agree. If they're not at least in the AFC Championship game next year, we have to have a sit down and look at the whole organization.
They need Super Bowl. Super Bowl.
Good segue, Joey, if you don't mind, because I want to put this up on the screen. We're talking about Allen. We're talking about the Bills. We want to talk about the 2023 NFL MVP odds that came out, let's say 2-3 days ago, right? Mm-hmm. And we were talking about Allen just now. Let me put this up on the screen because it might be a bit blurry, but I think it's interesting nonetheless. And let's discuss. I want to get your live reaction on this. Right? Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Cool. So this is according to Fox Bets. I haven't checked any other websites. I took this actually from, as you can see, First Things First. And here is a surprise to me. We just talked about this.
Yeah.
I mean, why is Allen MVP favorite next year? With again the situation with the cap, the team, there's no way they can be as good. Division getting better. Why is he better than let's Mahomes or Burrow? I mean, even Hurts, like we discussed. Why? I mean, what I wanted to hear you take Joe and then Christian.
So I mean,
And do you
I
agree?
no, I disagree. I disagree for sure. I think that how do you not have? So I'm looking at it like this: if you look at the situation and the quarterback as a whole, Allen, we're unsure about his quarterback. I mean, his head coach. We're unsure about his OC because
Yeah,
his OC
he's
made
new.
him. Um, talent wise, yes, he has Stephon Diggs, yes, he has Dawson Knox. They don't run the fucking ball. Burrow has much better talent, and numbers are gonna win you MVPs. I would have Burrow as the favorite personally, but I
Yes.
think that they're looking at it as Josh Allen putting everything on his shoulders with the running, with the throwing, which again, and if he cleans up the turnovers, take 8 interceptions off his turnovers
That's a
this year.
lot though.
Yeah, he probably. I know. That's what
Tough
I'm
to
saying.
clean that up, man.
But if he does, he's probably the MVP. But again, like I said, I don't agree with this list. I don't see how you could have him ahead of Burrow. Maybe you could have him tie with Mahomes because Mahomes has less
Sure.
talent, but I don't. I think it would be Burrow, Mahomes, Allen, Herbert,
Yep.
Hurts. Tua above Lawrence is insane to me. But again, it's because the talent around him. It's because the talent around him.
Yep.
He's gonna put up numbers with Tyreek. So I feel like when they have these MVP odds, you have to take everything into account with the coaching, with the talent around him, the fact that they don't run the fucking ball. Literally everything's gonna be on Allen's shoulders. I think that's why he's a I don't want to say he's a heavy favorite, but he is the favorite.
Also means he could get hurt.
100%. Yeah.
So
100%.
Christian, let me hear your thoughts on Allen as a plus 650.
It's pretty much what Joey said. He's 2009 LeBron. He's
Sure.
gonna put up the numbers. He's not gonna get you the ring. Then you look at everyone else. Burrow gets this down because he's not gonna run. He's not gonna run like what Allen is. Allen could literally give you 600 rushing yards.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
Mahomes, they're just being generous. Mahomes should be the favorite.
100%.
Mahomes should be the favorite.
Oh, even Burrow, I think, because Burrow.
I think Burrow, yeah.
I think. I mean, I think you have a drop off, Super Bowl hangover usually, right? Most of the time, and I think Burrow. I mean, he needs to get something, right? I mean, he's knocked on the door twice. I mean, I think he might have his eyes set on the MVP this upcoming year.
Yeah.
Hurts was literally an injury. He missed like a week or two. He missed like towards the end of the
More
season.
than that. He missed more than that, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, he missed like what, the final month?
3 weeks.
He was that. If he didn't miss those games, he's the MVP. Tua, I wouldn't even put him up here. The dude shouldn't be playing. Like he was literally told not to play again.
I agree.
And Allen and Lawrence.
And are we sure he's a quarterback next? Are we sure that he's a quarterback?
The
September?
Dolphins, man, the Dolphins don't. The Dolphins showed they don't care. They're gonna have him out there.
Yeah, I think he's the quarterback.
Lawrence is a hard one because he should be higher on this list or he shouldn't even be on it because, I mean, Calvin Ridley, but then it's like, look at his situation. Like the Titans literally got injured. Like they should have won that division, but they got hurt. Like their whole team got hurt.
Yeah.
So here's an interesting take, and I don't know off the top of my head, and I'm not Googling it at the moment, but who did Carson Wentz have as a supporting cast when Peterson was the coach and almost led him to an MVP? Because I feel like that's something we need to look. No.
What?
Wait, what?
Ertz? The tight end?
Oh, Ertz, yeah.
Ertz.
So I think that's something we kind of need to look at with Lawrence. You got Peterson. Was the supporting cast that great when Wentz was almost won MVP? I think Lawrence has a good chance.
They had Deshaun Jackson.
Did you have Alshon Jeffrey that year?
Alshon Jeffrey, yes. Ertz was balling though. He was like.
Didn't you have someone else?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't great. I mean, Philly had a run, but it wasn't like a crazy good team.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You got the same head coach. I think Lawrence is a better quarterback than Wentz. Sure. The supporting cast is kind of iffy. Kirk broke out. He got overpaid, but he broke out. Ingram is starting to be what the Giants wanted him to be. You add in Calvin Ridley, maybe another slot guy, build some O-line. They have running backs, running back, I should say. I think Lawrence should be higher on this list, honestly.
But that Eagles team also won a Super Bowl that year.
That's true, yeah.
And they did that with the backup quarterback.
Yeah.
So.
Sure. Now, let me ask you guys this. From a value proposition, meaning if you have to put your money on this and thinking of your return, who would your pick be?
So I'm going to let you guys go first because I actually have a hot take on this.
Okay.
Maybe not a hot take, but someone that you probably don't expect me to say on this list. But go ahead.
Okay. That is not on the list. Okay.
No, he is. He's on this list. He's on this list.
Sure. Who'd you pick here? Again, Christian, thinking of a money from a money perspective, right? Thinking the plus 15, plus 1200 here. Who would you go with?
You got to put your money on Hurts. He's playing the
I
AFC
agree.
East next year.
I think that's the right answer. Yeah.
He's playing the
Plus
AFC East
1200
next
is
year.
this is not bad too. I mean, I think it's from a
Not, not
value perspective.
not even that. If you're trying to hedge out, like if Hurts puts out the numbers mid-season, those odds are probably going to drop, and then you could just cash
Yeah.
out. Like,
Yeah. Do you guys want to?
whereas,
Yeah. Go
What
ahead.
are you thinking? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Hurts as well. I don't think
Yeah.
there's another answer, to be honest. I mean, Joe, I don't know where you're gonna go, but I don't think there's another answer.
So
Up in there.
I think I like Hurts, of course. That's a great pick. Of course, Mahomes. Where I feel my money would be the safest, I would, if I had $100 right now, $1,000, I would throw it on Herbert. I
First, you're
think
not gonna call him broke because he doesn't have $100. I was just waiting
man,
for it.
I knew he was gonna say Herb. I
Uh,
already knew it.
yeah.
If I wanted to bet right now, I think I'd put my money on Herbert.
Okay.
I honestly believe in Kellen Moore. I don't think it was Kellen Moore in Dallas. I think it was Dak, and I think it was McCarthy. I think it's Jerry Jones meddling. I believe in Kellen Moore as a young play caller. I do not believe in the coach for
Yeah, I was gonna
the
say.
Chargers. The
Yeah.
coach is absolute dog shit. But if you let Kellen Moore take the reins, I feel good for Herbert.
Question though, does it change your answer if I tell you that I saw an article, I think it was Bleacher Report, like they projected Keenan Allen to be a cap cut.
Yeah, no, I saw that.
Does that affect?
I saw that. No,
That
it doesn't.
affect?
It doesn't change. No,
Really?
no.
I
Even
mean,
though
that's
Mike
huge.
Williams always hurt.
That's huge. I think that's huge.
He was putting up numbers with what's his name, Joshua Palmer. I'm not. I think he's still. I think and
Yeah, I
he can move
know.
around a little bit.
That
Yeah, no, but you
division,
got Sean
though.
Payton. You got Sean Payton
Yeah.
coming into the division
That
now.
division. Yep.
Rex Ryan just blitzed.
Yeah,
If they
that's
do
on
end up
my
signing
list.
him,
Don't leave. Let's leave that. I got that on the list. I want to hear everybody's take on that. Let's leave
Wait,
that one. But
I didn't even hear what he said.
no, don't repeat it. Let him rock. But yes, I mean that's the idea. I think again that division is rough. That division is very very difficult. I don't know without the main guy. I'm not sure.
Like I said, I'm putting it on Herbert strictly because of talent. He can move. He's mobile. He's got a fucking cannon, and
Yeah.
I have faith in Kellen Moore.
Okay.
I like
Okay.
Kellen Moore.
So let me, Christian. Is hashtag Christian Betts putting future in one of these guys, or what are we thinking?
nah, I'll put my
No,
money on Hurts, but I'm not actually putting money on it because the NFL is just
it's rigged.
literally an injury away. Like Tua should not be up there. Dude literally was hurt every 5 weeks. Like Lawrence literally took momentum towards the second half of the season. Herbert is handcuffed by his head coach.
Yeah.
Mahomes won it, but that's because Hurts got hurt. Burrow is probably going to get votes, but he won't win it.
Yep.
And Josh Allen is the favorite, but like at that price, what's the point unless you're going to like attack it? I mean,
Yep.
throw in $100, that's a good investment. But I mean,
Yeah.
like say he has a really bad game and Mahomes has a crazy game, the odds shift and you end up losing money at that point.
No doubt. No doubt.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I want to see. I mean, we can. I think we should keep an eye on this. See if the odds change. I feel like heavy
it'll
money will
probably
probably.
change
Yeah, heavy money will probably
after free
point to
agency.
Hurts. I have a feeling that let's say in a month's time, the Hurts will be down to 800 or 700 plus 700.
100%. 100%.
The money's gonna pour in one of these guys.
Yeah, like Hurt, like just looking at this team, like Hurts and Burrow have the best offensive supporting cast.
Yeah.
I agree. No doubt. No doubt. Well,
Well,
look, I think. Yeah.
and
Go ahead,
Tua
Joe.
too. And Tua too.
Tua as well.
Yeah, but Tua, I'm
Can he
not
stay
trusting
healthy?
him. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And like also the head coach got exposed. Like he couldn't adjust.
Yeah.
Like they only made the playoffs because the Jets collapsed.
No, yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I will stop sharing. We should move on to the next topic. But that was really interesting, right? I thought good segue into Josh Allen, MVP favorite. God knows why. I don't think this will last for too long, but we will see. Joe, you want to take it away? Next topic?
My bad. Yeah, next topic. So next topic, we're going to talk about, we kind of touched on, well, first of all, first things first, I Googled the name that you mentioned, and I think I saw what you guys are talking about. I did not hear that, but whatever, we'll get into that later.
Yeah, we can start with the Jets on the New York topic.
Let's start with, we're going to talk football. Let's talk New York sports. You mentioned Derek Carr and Aaron Rodgers. I'll go for both of your perspectives. Let's start with Christian. Of course, he is the Jets fan. who do you want? Do you want him either? What do you want him to do? Like, where do you want him to go?
Quarterback situation, Jets. Perfect scenario for you. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Well, perfect scenario is we get one of them before it's too late. Like, ideally,
100%.
you have them by next week.
But
Who?
who do you
I
want?
mean,
Yeah, who do you want?
it's like it's not as clear because like Aaron Rodgers is the better player,
Hmm.
but he's the wild card. He's
Yeah.
basically the quarterback AB.
Yep.
Basically, like
True.
you don't know if he's in or out, and you also
So
have to trade for him.
yeah, and that's actually what I was texting you earlier.
Trade is a big deal.
Oh yeah, that's what I was texting you last week earlier in the week. I feel like so. How do you in your heart? Like I know you texted me all season. I got your vibe. In your heart, how do you feel about Zach Wilson? Because in my mind, if the Jets get Derek Carr, it's got to be a
Boss, man.
4-year deal. It's got to be a 4-year deal. Wilson's gone. If they get Rodgers, I think Rodgers could retire next year. Zach Wilson could still come into play. So what do you think?
See, Greg is a fan of Zach Wilson, but I'm not. But I don't like him because he's hot dog water.
Yeah.
So,
Dog
like,
water.
bro, I've literally seen you make passes on the Whitman fields in gym.
With no ACL?
No, this was
No,
pre
that's
ACL
his
tear.
Okay, so yeah.
ACL. Like
But I mean,
Joey can help open target, whereas Zach Wilson literally throws it to the other jersey. He throws it to the ground. He doesn't throw the ball. Like, bro, it's 2023. Your quarterback should complete more than 9 passes.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Like,
Can I just say this? I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
to be honest, I don't know. I'm still struggling to understand why he went number 2 from the beginning. I
it
go
was
back to
hype.
it, but why? I mean, BYU, right? I don't think he did much.
He
it
was
was
the
it was that
best
pro day hype. Pro day
college.
hype.
Not even that. He did really good that college season, honestly.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Well,
like,
they didn't play anybody.
I know,
Yeah,
but they were looking at it from like
that was a
the
COVID year,
fundamentals
right?
and all that stuff. No, I don't think it was.
I think it was either the
No, it was
COVID
the
year
year.
or
It was
one
the year
after.
after COVID. It was the year after
Yeah,
COVID.
didn't they cancel the COVID year?
Yeah.
Oh, the college season. I think they played less games or something, right?
I
Because
think
Trey
that
Lance
I
Yeah,
think
played.
yeah, I
that's the only
think
reason why Lance didn't go too, because he
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
play,
yeah, they only played Lance played one game during the COVID year.
yeah.
and it wasn't
And
even a good game. Yeah.
it was garbage, yeah. So, and that's where I feel like I could say the same thing for Lance as far as, he got drafted off hype. However, Lance I think is a lot more talented than Zach Wilson. Bigger,
Yeah,
stronger.
but he also destroyed his ankle.
That
Yeah.
don't matter. So did Dak, and that apparently that affected his eyes. That
Yeah.
affected his
And he's
eyes. And I'm just
LASIK,
like,
bro. What do you mean?
yeah, he
Uh,
broke his ankle and fucking
you
got
picked the one
glaucoma.
quarter. You picked
Yeah.
the one quarterback.
No, but look, I
Like,
mean, honestly, factoring in all the scenarios, the fact that
Yeah,
Rodgers, you have to trade for him, and you got to pay him 40 plus, right? So you
yeah.
cannot spread that
nah,
money
his
around.
contract's.
Huh?
I mean, you gotta pay Carr 40 plus too, but it's like
I
you
don't
don't have to
think.
trade
I don't
picks
think
yet.
so. I don't think so. I don't
What?
think Carr is
Supply and
expecting.
demand, bro.
You think
Supply and
Carr is
demand. What are you talking
expecting
about?
40 million?
Well,
Carr
I
will
mean,
get 40 million. Well, he wouldn't get 40 million, but he'll get like
to,
high
25.
30s.
well,
No.
to Christian's point, I mean, it's gonna be a bidding war. He's a free agent, so whatever the Jets may offer, the Saints may triple it,
No, he said
double it.
no to the Saints already. He
Did he
said
Double
no
say
it.
to
no?
the yeah, he said no
Oh,
to
he
the
said
Saints.
no. He said no to a Raiders trade.
Yeah,
To
he
the
didn't want to
Saints.
do a trader. He wanted to go out there and make his decision on his own. So if there's a bidding war, I mean that shit. I don't think it's gonna be 40 million, but it can
I
get up
don't
there.
I don't remember his contract, but I know he signed an extension last year. So if he was willing to dub that contract,
It
he's looking for something
was
bigger.
yeah, it was I don't know the exact details,
Yeah.
but it was super team friendly for sure.
I mean, listen, I think we're going over the board a bit. I mean, we're talking about Derek Carr here, right? It's not like a bidding war. I mean, for Derek Carr, I mean, maybe 2 teams. Is that a bidding war when you have 2 teams? I mean, not
Nah,
necessarily, but
Panthers. You got Frank White. Like, they're looking for a
Panthers
quarterback.
are out there, Saints are out there.
40 million, bro.
The
Jets.
Dolphins could be out there for all we know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't
And
know,
there's always
man. I'm
the Redskins.
I
What
you
is it,
know
Washington?
yeah.
yeah, I think that's actually
Yeah.
I think that's a great point. Because isn't Tua still on a rookie deal?
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
Yeah.
you could easily cut him and get Carr. And Carr is not a top 10 quarterback, but I think he's talented. You put him on a. I don't like the Jets, but they built great. You put him on that team. They got good receivers. They got a good defense.
Bro,
That could
the
be a good team.
49ers went to the Super Bowl with Jimmy Garoppolo.
Exactly. That's what I'm
Carr is
saying.
But
better than
why
Garoppolo.
why
Yeah.
would you not then at that point, instead of paying Carr, you take your next 3 first-round picks, you give it to Chicago, and you take Bryce Young, and you pay him nothing for 5 years.
That's true.
Because
Yeah.
we already did the rookie quarterback thing, and you saw how that went.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you see my point a little bit. Like if I'm Miami, if I'm even the Panthers, why am
Bro,
I
if I'm
gonna give?
trading, My thing is, if I'm giving 3 quarterbacks up, I'm going to Baltimore. If
Yeah.
I'm getting
Sure,
3
Lamar.
draft picks,
Yeah, I mean, you can get
but like,
Lamar. Exactly.
so just for the sake of the conversation between Carr and Rodgers, like
Yeah,
Carr is younger, he's
Yeah.
more reliable as far as I want to play,
yeah.
Yep.
and like, say you trade a second round pick for Aaron Rodgers, what if he says he doesn't want to play next year? Do
Yep.
you give up a second round pick?
I think he's gonna come in more than a second as well. I don't
And
think
that's
he'll do it.
the thing. Rodgers would be cool on the Jets if he's gonna sit there, and I like Derek Carr. I want Derek Carr on the Jets for your sake. But Aaron Rodgers would be worth it if he's gonna come in and want to train. Oh, like I'll tutor Zach Wilson. But is he gonna do that? It's fucking Aaron Rodgers. He don't do that shit.
Nah, they're boys.
Mother?
Yeah,
They're boys,
yeah. But so was
which
him
is
and Devontae
why
Adams, and they didn't do off season shit.
that's different.
So
Devontae was literally at the Pro Bowl saying he was hinting at getting Rodgers back.
Yeah,
Like,
I like Derek Carr to the Jets.
I think
Honestly,
he's a better fit, and I think he looks like a Jets quarterback in a way, and I think
yeah,
he can handle the pressure from the media.
yeah.
From
hundred
teams.
percent, 100
How old is
percent.
Derek Carr? How old
I think
is
he's
he?
30.
30. He's not 30. He got drafted at like 24. He's like
24.
33 or 34.
Let's take a look, but he
I'm
can't.
googling it right now.
I don't think he's that old, to be
31.
honest. 31. Okay, well, okay. So
He's
I mean,
31.
you want to
Yeah,
give
he's
this guy
31.
a 4-year deal until 35?
Bro, I'll give him a 5-year deal.
Seriously? Like,
I mean,
no
yeah,
joke?
5-year deal, but the NFL language, they can get out of it after like
All right,
3.
sure. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think he'll be cheaper. I think it's a better option overall, but I want to make sure that this is out there. I don't think he puts the Jets over the top. Derek Carr, I mean, what are you guys gonna go from? What did you finish, fourth or third in the division?
Jets got 7 wins with Zach Wilson, Joe
We can
Flacco, and Mike White.
Okay, so what are you realistically gonna have? 9 wins? Two. You're not gonna get 10 wins.
The Jets won 7 games without a quarterback. You
So
give him
there,
a card. Derek Carr won games for the Raiders. You know what I mean?
Listen,
They didn't win because of that defense.
yeah, it's a results driven league. You get Carr on the Jets. I think that's a 10-win team. You at least get into the playoffs. Once you get into the playoffs, anything can happen.
Yeah, look at like
or
who
can they
bounced the
make the
Bills?
playoffs?
Who bounced
With
the Bills
Derek
out?
Carr healthy, yeah, I think so. I think they make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I think they're better than Dolphins.
Can I just put something up on the screen
I
for a
think they're
quick
better than the
second?
Patriots too.
100%.
You think so?
Well, let's see if Mac Jones gets fucking DeAndre Hopkins.
Both games against the Patriots were lost because of Zach Wilson.
Well, yeah,
Literally
like I
both
said,
games.
let's see if Mac Jones gets DeAndre Hopkins. Maybe Bill O'Brien can resurrect him. But yeah, no, Derek Carr. You put Derek Carr on the Jets right fucking now at this exact moment. They're the second best team in that division.
So look at this, right? We're talking about the Jets, and when this is who they play next year, right?
Yeah.
And they had 7 wins with the quarterbacks they have now. With Carr, I think they probably win 2 more, 9. I think Christian thinks more than that. I mean, but realistically, if you go through the list here, they beat
Like 10.
Washington. Yeah, they beat Washington. Sure. They beat the Eagles. No, so that's 1 win so far. Think they beat Atlanta? Not
Yeah.
too sure. You think, Joey?
I think so.
I think they beat. Yeah, all right. I just went through the schedule while you guys were talking. I got 10, 11 wins.
For the Jets?
Yeah.
No shot. So that means they got to sweep somebody in
Patriot.
the
You don't think they'd sweep the Patriots?
no
No,
chance.
we could probably split the division, but I'm looking at there's like games that you can't really like
Look
at the
who they're playing
Giants.
away.
Let's go look at the Giants though. Like what's good with them?
So
Daniel
look,
Jones, Saquon, like
Go ahead. Go, do what you were doing. Go through the schedule.
Yeah, I
Start
mean,
watching. Start with
again,
Washington.
yeah. So I think I see here 1 win against Washington,
Uh-huh.
1 win potentially against Atlanta. That's
Yeah.
2 wins. They're not beating the Chargers. They're not
No.
beating Kansas City. They're beating Houston. So that's 3.
3.
I think I don't see them winning any of these. They might win out 2 out of 6 games.
You don't.
Let's give them 3. Let's give them 500. Okay, they split all 3 of these.
Yeah. So
So
you're
if-
already at 1, 2,
6 wins.
3, 4, 5, 6 wins. Okay.
6 wins.
Raiders aren't going to go into next year with a quarterback.
No, come on. They don't beat where is the Raiders?
In the
This is,
middle.
So let's go through this. They losing to the Cowboys. I think they lose to the Giants. I think they lose to the Broncos. I think they lose to the Cleveland. Okay, 7 wins here, and we're ready to give them 3. So that's a 7-win team.
So, but
the Jets have like a top 5 defense, right?
Cleveland's a toss-up. We don't know what's going on with Deshaun, as we mentioned earlier.
Okay, so give them 1 more 8.
Okay, and then Broncos, we don't know what the fuck's going on with Russell Wilson. That's
You
another
want to
one.
give them that? That's my 9 that I told you. 7 plus 2.
And Giants and Cowboys are a toss-up.
Cowboys are not a toss-up. There's no way.
Bro, if Dak throws 3 interceptions, what do you mean?
Derek, yeah. If we have Derek Carr,
I think they can get 4 more wins.
and Dak throws 3 interceptions against the defense. Like, what?
So let's do something because we're gonna in 1 year time, or we're gonna go look back into this and I want to see who's right. I think they go 9 wins. What about
I,
you, Joey?
Man,
I'm gonna play conservative too. I think 9's fair, but I still think they make playoffs.
I ain't doing this till after all of season.
Give me a quick toss up. Come on.
Quick toss up.
Right now,
Above,
they got
below,
they got
above 10.
yeah.
Over and under 10.
Probably under wild card.
Okay, so 9, 10. All right. I mean, I think that's
And
what they are. But my point, why am I saying I'm saying this is
With Derek Carr
yes.
or Aaron Rodgers.
yeah,
Depending.
okay. Yeah.
I think it changes a bit if it's Aaron Rodgers. You guys don't think one more win?
I'm worried about Aaron Rodgers, man.
You think?
Oh,
He didn't look amazing last year. I think he still got it, but he didn't look like he usually does.
I think it's interesting. I mean, look, I don't know. I think they'll definitely be better with Carr, definitely be better with Rodgers, but I don't see them like winning that division or even I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't see maybe make the playoffs and lose first round, but wild card, but not too
Okay.
far
Yeah.
past that. Well,
All right.
let's do a quick
Yeah,
break,
so
Joey, because of
okay, yeah. And then when we get back, we'll transition to Giants.
Cool.
All right, so we're back again after a quick break. Before the break, we had mentioned we're going to talk Giants. We're going to switch it up a little bit. Christian don't really give a fuck about the Giants, even though they are the true New York football team. But
yes,
that's irrelevant.
man.
So let's go ahead and talk about Knicks, bro. What are you thinking about the Knicks this year? Let's start out with this. What do you think about the Josh Hart trade?
fire.
Yeah.
Fire.
Overtrade.
Come on, son.
Bro, he's a free agent next year.
Just want to say Christian is a Knicks fan, but he's kind of a hater. Like he hates too much. I'm a fan. I know we suck, but I'm still like I got faith a little bit. Christian has no faith
Bro,
whatsoever.
So
the
you don't think they resign him
NBA,
though?
I mean,
I don't know. Will Tibbs even be there next year?
maybe
All
not.
right, so that's another good point. You know, what do you guys think about Tibbs? Go ahead, finish what you're saying, JP. But let's talk about Tibbs after that.
Yeah, look, for me, I'll give him I thought the Josh Hart trade was fire. He obviously went to school with Brunson. You saw Brunson, I mean, you saw like his
Bro.
spirit felt elevated. And plus
Yeah.
he's smashing Iggy Azalea, so I mean he looks like he trying to get allegedly. Right. And I mean he dropped 40 and I like it. I think we'll sign him in the offseason. That's
Bro,
what
I think they
Bro,
definitely
there's-
should.
Bro, there's 2 directions in the NBA. There's championship and there's tank. The
That's
Knicks are
true.
literally. Man, Joe, you drinking the atmosphere?
Yeah.
Whoa, what the fuck?
It's blue too, yeah.
Hey,
No,
that
but
was a
look,
little sus.
yeah, but just to your point though, you can't really tank anymore because you're not guaranteed the first pick. So
Exactly.
No, but
remember the
you're
Pelicans?
not.
They were top 10 and they got freaking Zion. So
Yeah.
you
Yo,
don't
hot
even
take.
yeah.
I'm low-key glad we don't have Zion.
Yeah.
No shot.
Bro, he's nice, but he's Greg Oden. He's always hurt.
Was he better than Barrett though?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying he's always hurt.
Yeah, but if you could have had that pick, you would have. I mean, we were third that year, right? So you could have had who won second?
Ja.
Ja. Well, I think probably take John. I mean, I hate him as a person. Though, so I don't even know.
We,
I think
we picked the
Zion,
wrong
though.
year to win. We picked the wrong year to go third.
Top 3. Who are you redrafting that year? Zion, Ja, Barrett. I'm thinking Zion. I don't think there's a question. Marketing alone. I mean,
Marketing doesn't just. What does marketing do for us?
I mean, I get to go watch the guy. I'm not trying to watch
Bro.
RJ Barrett and pay $300.
Bro, we don't need the Knicks. Don't need a market. We're literally like the Cowboys. We're everywhere. We don't need a market.
Don't ever disrespect us like that, bro. Don't ever compare us to the Cowboys. Are you
Why?
crazy?
Neither team's
Because
winning
they
a
are
championship
fucking
anytime
trash. The
soon.
Cowboys are
Neither
disgusting.
team's
That's
winning a
why.
championship. Neither team's
Nah,
winning a
stop
championship.
that. I know what you mean, and you're not wrong, but don't put the Cowboys and the Knicks together. I mean, don't do that.
Well, we're talking about strictly marketing.
I don't know, but I mean,
You
listen.
took
I
it
think
somewhere else.
yeah, but fuck the Cowboys. That's all I'm
But
gonna say.
anyways, you're not winning a championship with that whole core is literally number 2s.
So what do you
Yeah.
think? So we get rid of everybody and restart?
That's what I was gonna say.
can.
So as fans, what do you want them to do? You want Tibbs to stay? You want to keep Randall now? You want to trade Barrett? What do you want? Like, go ahead and go, both of you. What do you guys
Go ahead,
want?
Christian. You go first.
I want Tibbs gone. I want him to move somewhere that isn't even on the East Coast. I don't want anything to do with him.
I told you he's a hater.
Okay.
I'm a little
So-
more optimistic. See,
What
if
has he
I-
done to Obi? What has he done to Obi? He's killed that man's confidence.
True.
What did
I
what did they do? He threw a whole max contract to his godson, and
true.
they had the same player in Emmanuel quickly.
True. I like what I'll say is I want him gone.
He killed RJ Barrett.
Who is
I
wait?
wa-
Whoa. I'm not gonna. Y'all know I don't really. I don't fuck with the Knicks or anything like that. But who's his godson?
Jalen Brunson is Thibodeau's no, it's Leon Rhodes' godson.
Leon Roses. Yeah. And that's why
Rick Brunson was Leon Rhodes' first player that he
yeah,
managed,
yes, he
and
was
that's
their agent.
pretty much the whole.
Is that
It's
not
just
like
Leon.
tampering? What the fuck?
Yes,
Well,
they were
they
investigated
lost
for it.
picks. They lost
Yeah,
picks. They lost like second
yeah.
round picks.
Now, but
Literally, Leon Rose hired his whole team. Like
everybody.
he hired his godson. He hired his dad. His dad works for the Knicks.
Yeah.
He
Oh my
hired
god.
Tibbs. That's his best friend. Like,
Yeah. But look, let me say something to that because when that trade happened with Brunson, did we sign him? Oh, we signed him. It wasn't a trade. We gave him 100 million. I thought it was absurd, to be honest. And I felt the same way. I said, look, this is like he knows they're boys and whatever. But now looking back at it,
He
I
proved you
think
wrong
Brunson
though.
is not a bad player, bro. He's
Yeah.
playing well. I'm not mad. And honestly, I think if the Mavs regret not making that deal, not keeping him. If the Mavs had him, I mean, how much better is he? How much? Kyrie's better than him, of course. But if you put the money on the table, Kyrie wants 45, 50 mil, whatever it is, the max. We're paying the guy 25. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not terrible, and he's playing well.
Curry ain't staying there. Curry ain't staying there.
Well, if he
No.
was to stay, right? So the point is, would you like Kyrie at 45 or Brunson at 25? And I think Brunson, I mean, I'll take Brunson at 25 if I'm the Mavs. They
I
made the
wouldn't want
playoffs.
Kyrie at 25, given what he's shown. That like,
He's not gonna take. You know him. Come on, you know him.
no, I'm saying I wouldn't want Kyrie at 25. Like,
Okay,
the
right.
dude
Different
doesn't want to. He
conversation.
doesn't want to work for it. Yeah.
But to my point is, like, I'm not mad at the Brunson deal anymore. I think it's not a bad addition. He's young. He's playing well. It's tough because that's a problem with the NBA, and Christian's right. If you're in the middle of the pack, you're kind of like in a limbo a little bit because you can't win, but if you lose, like it sucks to lose, right? So what do? So we're kind of like we don't have enough pieces to like push for a guy to put us over the top, but we're not bad enough to tank and be trash.
So
So
that was actually
But
gonna
here's
be
what.
my yeah. Go
My
ahead.
bad.
No, you're good.
Here's
Go
my
ahead.
thing with Brunson though. I like it was good value, but like he's giving you 40 points, but he's also playing like damn near the whole game. Like he's
Yeah.
he
literally
has to.
resting like
He has to.
5 minutes a game. So it's
Mhm.
like just base that whole volume alone. Like if he's not giving you at least 25 a night, like what are you doing for those 40 minutes?
Yeah, I agree. But I mean,
He's not
so
playing
look,
defense.
if I'm trying to be optimistic, what I'm doing is I get rid of Tibbs and I try one more year with a new guy with the setup, right? I mean, you sign guys that are on 1 year deals, you make it work for next year. You keep the main pieces and you see where you go. If you dramatically improve, then the problem was coaching. If by year two with this new guy you're not there, then you have to rebuild. And by then Randall's older. And I mean, RJ, I don't think we should have given him the max anyway. And you rebuild, and I think you go from there. Now, is there a chance we could, I mean, swing for the French dude? What's his name? Wembayama?
Wembayama.
He's going
Big
he's
Big
number one
doing.
overall. He's the number
He's
one
number
overall
one
player.
overall, but again, remember the Pelicans got the Zion. I think they were ninth in the draft order that year because of the new setup. That was the first year of the new setup. Can we get a draft pick for somebody and make it to
No.
that top 10 lottery? I don't know. I mean, as we are now, we're seventh. I think we're sitting seventh. Do we want to keep winning?
The only teams that would trade for Randall are in the playoffs, and the trade deadline already passed.
True. So I don't
Once
think
you
there's
know
much.
your order,
Yeah.
you're not. Yeah, that's dope. They traded. Their move was Josh Hart, who they had in Grimes. They're similar
Yeah.
players.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're in a limbo a little bit.
I was gonna say so. I know you guys both dislike Tibbs, but is there something to be said that RJ's playing like dog shit, Obi's fucking shot, and they're still 6th seed? Is there something to be said about that?
I think the East is just weak.
Yeah.
Past
Bro,
fourth. Past.
literally pull up any rotation of their past Knicks games. Literally, the whole lineup is like at 40, and then like the bench is like three guys at like 5 minutes or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's
They're
wrong
playing
to
Like
with
do that.
you're not gonna win a 7 game series doing that.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Like
definitely
the
not.
Hawks killed us because we could not defend. Jalen
Yeah.
Brunson does not defend.
And let's keep
Like
in mind, right? Tibbs is a defensive coach. So if you
Yeah.
cannot defend with a defensive coach, what are you doing, right?
Right.
we're
But
not gonna make adjustments.
who would you hire, Christian, as a coach if you get rid of Tibbs?
That's the thing. The
Mark
NBA,
Jackson?
like no, the thing with the NBA is why are we recycling these same old names? Like
100%.
Like look at the Celtics coach. Dude came out of nowhere after the last coach came out of nowhere too.
Yeah, and
Look at
they're winning. Yeah,
look at
Yeah,
the guy on the Lakers. He came from the Bucks. Like
yeah,
you don't go for these names that are literally calling the game from the booth because they're doing that for a reason,
yes, I
right?
agree with that.
You go to the guys on the bench of the championship teams. Like I'm not even talking like the Bucks. I'm talking about like Utah has a good tree. Miami usually has a good tree. Like
Yeah,
you
yeah,
look at that, but also we tried that with Fizdale and that didn't work out because we go for the name. We don't
yeah,
go for the resume. You know what I mean?
100%.
that's always
Yeah,
been my issue. That's always been my issue with the Knicks, bro.
yeah.
It's headlines, headlines, headlines. What do you? But do what's right for the team. Do what's right for the fans, because
I
you
mean,
guys
look
are
at
as
the
loyal
owner,
as
man.
loyal as Knicks fans as I know. Like, do right by them, but do right by you guys.
Look at the owner we have. The Knicks will never be anything until before we sell. Now, what's giving me hope, and not to go too off topic, but it's the same as a lot of soccer clubs in Europe, like Manchester United. They hate that ownership group. They've protested for years, and they're about to sell finally. So maybe there's hope for the Knicks, you know.
Maybe, yeah.
And
I feel like
uh,
those sports are different though because NBA's salary cap.
Your owner cares more about the Rangers.
he might,
Yeah,
he probably
but
does,
I
he
don't.
probably does.
I
And
don't know, man.
did
Yeah,
you see the
I just
whole
gave
thing?
up on them.
Did you see the whole thing with the tax concession that they're fighting for, and they might move the Knicks out of MSG?
All the liquor or whatever.
No, it's like, because MSG is a bit special. It's like right in the middle of New York City, and it's like the most famous arena in the world. They have a tax abatement from, I think, New York City or New York State, where they pay almost no tax, no corporate tax. I think it's state tax. And that came up for renewal. It's coming up for renewal. So what Dolan wants to do is he wants to have indefinite, so forever. He wants to pay no tax forever because he argues that MSG is like a staple to New York City. It's like going to Broadway, right? It's like going to Times Square. He's not wrong in a way, but he
He's
wants
not,
it
yeah.
forever. And the city is like, nah, hell no, we're not doing that. You got to pay your fair share. With the new mayor is kind of cuckoo, right? So he's starting to threaten he's like, listen, if you're not gonna do this, I'm moving the Knicks and the team out of New York, and I'm putting them in Brooklyn. I'm putting them in Long Island, somewhere, not in New York. So it's a
Yeah, if they
conversation.
do that. If they do that, the Knicks die.
I think
Big
so
time,
too.
big
I
time.
think
They die if they do
Moving to Connecticut.
that.
so.
Move them to
Yeah, to
Connecticut.
Connecticut, no shot.
Oh my God.
No
They'll be having
way.
to give away tickets at that point because you ain't taking a boat to see a Knicks game. People
Yeah,
barely want to take a train.
I
Yeah,
know.
for
I
real.
know.
Yeah.
And that's the best part
Uh,
about going to the games is you land you get into the city right at in the stadium
yeah.
pretty much. It's the best
Just
part.
convenience. Like Barclays, you have to like fight like rats the size of
Yeah,
net
fuck
fans.
Barkley, son. But fuck
Barclays,
'em.
yeah, Barclays a pain in the ass to get to.
It's not too far from
Yeah,
here,
no.
so.
Yeah, I mean you're a
Well,
rat, so you're good with that.
come on, son. Don't do that.
All right, so anything,
Uh,
any last minute things you want to add in about the Knicks, about the Jets? We
Anything
talked.
else in general? I know Christian gotta go, so
Yeah, we
let's
covered
hear
a
from.
lot.
You have any hot takes? Any last minute things you want to say? You want to shit at Joey real quick? Feel free. That's your 2 minutes. Go for it.
Briss on the rocks.
BOTR.
Mets. Mets coming back soon. Jacob Brown got hurt.
Shocker.
Knicks suck. Even though I'm wearing the hat,
There you go,
Knicks do
baby.
suck. My Suns are doing a good thing here, and shout out to Greg.
Manager Bris.
Now
Special.
we are having a special segment for our good friend Greg, who he enjoys a delicious meal of glizzies.
Yes. Fully loaded, I must say.
Fully fucking loaded glizzies. So if you're at a
And
football game, you're at a baseball game, you're at a basketball game, and whoever watches this video, I want you to comment on it as well. What is your Mount Rushmore of glizzy toppings?
correct. And again, sponsored by Glizzy Greg, as we like to call him. And let me say something. I still haven't decided, as the chief editor of this podcast, if you will see a video right after in 5 seconds that will show up on your screen or not. If it doesn't show up, then I was a better guy and I did not want to embarrass Greg. But if it shows up, then it showed up. What can I say? All right. So you'll understand why our friend Glizzy Greg is, the Glizzy guy for the SBL, the J Pod. And yeah, so in honor of him, You want to go through
Bro,
the best toppings.
I've been
of
telling
food.
I've been telling you guys for months that when we had Christian's barbecue, that man,
Yes.
it's
I mean, look,
six glizzies deep.
I want to say, I mean, I got to say this. This guy's at a work function. His company just did a Super Bowl ad. This dude is holding a glizzy, fully loaded, dancing to like Madonna or something. And it was up on Instagram. I mean, I don't know what to say. I
Look,
mean, well,
that bitch was like 10 pounds.
that was definitely up there. I mean,
Greg lifting.
I think there were two glizzies on it. Like I think it was a double. I think it was a double.
All right, so go. And I'm
So
I'm gonna be fully transparent because I don't want Greg to be upset. I like hot dogs, but I
So
know
do
better.
I.
I know better than to eat them around you fucking clowns.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna get caught on Snapchat or something. But go ahead. What's the toppings? What's your
I
top?
mean, we all like glizzies, but we're not like swallowing like 3-pound glizzies like Greg was, you know? Sheesh. I mean, look, all right. So Mount Rushmore 4, right? We're talking about 4.
Yeah.
All right, we didn't prep for this. We're just gonna go right off the top. I think number 1, you can't go wrong with ketchup, right?
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, I think that's you can't go wrong with that. Number 2, I want to say, I mean, mustard is probably up there. No, I mean, you may
Not
not like mustard personally,
Yeah, not for
but
me personally. It would be like my fifth, like a sixth man coming in.
sure.
But yeah,
But
no,
overall, as a whole, I
yeah.
think it's understandable, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You got mustard up there, right? Um, I think number 3, and I'm not saying this is not my personal preference, by the way, because I'm not
Oh
like
no, I want your personal preference.
personal preference.
Yeah.
Ah,
If
okay.
we're talking glizzies, yeah, that
Listen, man.
sauerkraut, ketchup. What's
Yeah,
your personal preference? And if you say mayonnaise, I'm gonna backhand you.
I might have to go mayonnaise number 4. You know, I'm the mayo guy allegedly. You know, these guys be trolling saying that I eat too much mayo. Pause. Not true. But I might have to embrace it, you know, and put that 4th. So let me repeat that back. So I'm going. Let's go ketchup, mustard, mayo, and 4th. I mean, you know what? I'm thinking Nathan's. You know the cheese they put on top, the little melted cheese joint,
Yeah.
little fire, no?
No, that shit is fire. That shit is fire. That
All
shit is
right,
definitely fire.
I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna go ketchup, mustard, mayo, and I'm gonna go the little cheese joint number
Are
4.
you for real about the mayo? Or are you trolling?
Nah, I'm for real. Shit, I'm for real.
Are you
I,
serious?
I'm dead ass. You don't
Mayo
put
on the glizzy?
I mean, why not? At least it's not 10 pounds like Greg shit. I
Nah,
mean,
Greg had the beans on
bro,
there. He
that
had
shit had beans,
the chili
cheese.
meat,
I
the
mean,
cheese.
the bun was like a double decker kind of like
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Sheesh. Again, you
Nah,
might see the video, you might not, so stay tuned.
I'm with you though. Some ketchup, some sauerkraut,
Sauerkraut, yeah, yeah.
mustard if I'm feeling spicy. Definitely not mayonnaise. You're wild for that.
Come on, son.
Some beans, some cheese. Ah, shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. I know some
Little
people put
bacon on
onions
it?
on them.
Yeah,
Bacon
bacon.
salad,
Yeah,
some
yeah.
onions. Oh man, but
I think
fucking,
I think we got it. We got it.
I think so. I think definitely so.
All right, listen. I think this was a
I,
great episode. We had Manager Bris in here. You got
I
any thoughts? Anything else? What?
My only thought is I feel like this whole segment is gonna be for nothing if you don't put in that video. But if you put in that
Might
video,
have to.
he might run up on you.
He might try to kill me. So if I don't show up next week, you already know. I'm gonna put a
Oh
little
my!
snap, like a little 2-second clip. I'm not gonna expose the full video, but a little 2-second clip.
Just get a zoom in of the hot dog. Don't even include his face. Just get a zoom in
Got
of the
it.
fucking
Got
yo
it. All
that.
right. Bet. That's all right. I will do
All
that.
right, so that does it for the podcast. Do you have any last minutes or thoughts?
No,
Uh,
I mean, what's going on this week in the sports world? I don't think. I mean, there's some fights, but I'm not big in the
shit.
UFC like that.
I'm fully focused on the fact that Tiger Woods is back. He looks like he's gonna make the cut.
Tiger's
I got it
back.
on right now.
Yeah.
I put a little wager on him. Nothing major.
Yeah.
It's $5 if he wins the tournament outright. I win 750 because the odds are that crazy. Yeah, so
Okay.
I
I
don't
like it.
see that happening, but if it does, whew,
I mean, it's worth it. I'll be rooting for you.
I
I'm
appreciate
in.
it. I appreciate it. And
I'm
too
in.
bad Christian left. He could have filled us in on some of the fights. I think he said he wasn't watching fights this weekend. I
Yeah,
could be
not this
wrong.
week. But look, we're gonna try to have, I don't know, next one we're gonna record is Monday. Maybe try to get Igor on this weekend if we can.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I mean, maybe Greg is in Spain,
Yeah.
so maybe next Friday or something we'll have someone else on.
Real quick before we end it. I know you're a traveler. You've been to Spain?
Spain, no.
Oh, I was gonna ask if they have glizzies over there.
Man, I mean, you know, they got glizzes everywhere that Greg goes, bro. He's chasing the glizzy. That's what it is. He wants that Spanish glizzy, bro. What
Oh
can I
my
say?
god.
You know? So Let him rock though. Let him come back, and
Jesus.
we'll have him on. Maybe we can have Fabian on. We'll see.
Yes, little
That'd be cool.
off-season Cowboys outlook.
Cowboys
I'd be cool with
joint.
it.
Yep.
Be cool with it. All right, guys. I hope you guys stuck around, had some laughs. We had some jokes. We had a good time with Cristian, who comes in here. He's very passionate about the Knicks, very passionate about the Jets.
About alcohol as well, let's say.
Definitely. A little bit of a hater of his own team, but I can relate when the Mets have disappointed me for 25 years of my life. I also was kind of a hater. So we appreciate his takes, and we hope to have him back here soon.
Sure.
And look out for that next episode. Episode 3 should be on Monday. It is February 17th, Friday right now. Monday will be the 20th. Hopefully by Monday night, we'll have episode 3 out. And, you guys have something else to enjoy. We'll cover the weekend. Hopefully Tiger Woods gets me some bread here. Looks like he's going to make the cut. Anything else before we say goodbye?
That's it, man. That's it. It's been real again. And I'll see you on Monday.
Yes, sir. Have a good weekend, all right?
All right, GG's, Joey.
See you, man.
Peace.
Continuar.